Hi, this is Gail and welcome to my channel. And yes, you guessed it, today is the day where you get to see whether I met my goals or not in the Cool Cakes and Crafty Goals by Amalia. So let's see how I did. Well, first of all, this is a finished project. Whoop whoop. So I did do one. This is a paper bag journal. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I have a flip through on my channel, but it uses a lot of avocado dyed and Kool-Aid dyed pages, and using up my stash. And this is a giveaway journal for reaching 1,000 if I get there by the 7th. And it's not looking real good. I knew I had a long way to go, but I was challenged by 2 different people to make it there by November 7th. And so far, I still have a lot to go. So if you haven't subscribed and you feel like you could do that, I would love it. So stop on over to my channel and hit that little subscribe and the bell so you get notifications. All right, so moving right along from that. Okay, let us take a look at where I am at. Now, for October, did I do 1 goal video per month? Yes, I did, so that is a plus. Did I do at least 2 journaling or mixed media videos per month? I did. And guess what? I did actually 8. Woohoo! 2 or more parts tutorial series? Yes. I did that when I was working on, let me show you, when I was working on these suspended windows, suspended specimen tags or pockets, whatever you prefer to call them. And it looks like this is suspended, just hanging around out there. Got some cutesy little stuff decorated with a little pocket, flips over, and more decoration, and whoops, there it is again. So these are not my idea. I got the idea from Eve Spade, and Eve is a wonderful photographer and artist, and again, these follow the same format. Okay. And then I thought, well, I haven't shown any using the scrapbook paper, so I thought I should do that, and also some coming from the opposite direction. If you're a lefty, maybe this feels more normal. Okay, so there's that one. And then, while I was demoing those, I started on a couple of others. And so, yep, here it is. And then this one actually uses up some rub-ons, which that also next year for sure will be one of my goals. And it's been kind of an inadvertent goal as I've come across them. I've been trying to use them up because I have found they do not last forever. They will get dry. Ah, that's what was keeping that from going down all the way. So, isn't he cute? Okay, then I thought, well, how can I improve on that? Well, I improved on it by making it a double pocket. You know, a double suspended specimen. So I didn't decorate a lot because I thought the paper was just adorable as is. And again, little tags that come out, okay? So, cute. And after this video, you will be seeing, well, actually I should say prior to this video today, you will be seeing a tutorial on how to make the double specimen pockets. Woo-hoo! So that is one of the tutorials that has 2 steps that I was working on, okay? So, did that. 1 or more live streams or hangouts. Actually, just 1, but I did do 1 with my friend Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes. Now, we may be doing 1 this weekend, in fact, perhaps tonight. I'm not positive, but check it out. 1 usage at least of scanning cup per month. Yes, indeedy, been doing that and enjoying it. Okay, complete at least 1 project per month. Well, I already showed you. Here it is, this little bag journal, which is for the giveaway if I get to 1,000 by the end of the day, November 7th. Okay, organization and cleanup. Clean up desk after each project and craft room at least once per month. Yeah, still not quite there with that. Just so hard. I get so much stuff out. And then I try to put it all away, but like a little squirrel comes by and I'm gone. So, not real good with that one. Use up stash and track spending. So, am I using up papers? Yes. I really am using up papers, especially as I work on things like my woodland journal, and I've been involved in a 3 and 15 challenge with Didi Farrago, in which I am using up some of my goodies, my papers that I have stashed away and planned on using. So, for example, I use this paper, which I adore. This is going in my woodland journal, and in case you haven't watched the videos, they each have a tag that's out of corrugated cardboard and has various other sundry bits and pieces, and it is also decoupaged. That, I believe, is tissue decoupage on that one. Some of them are napkins, but anyhow, so there are those. Then we also had this variety of little bag, which, again, using bits and pieces of things in my stash to use up, okay? And then there are tags that go with each, and this also is decoupage. This was rice paper. It's not really showing up that well. That's actually a fox there. But anyhow, you can use it and write on it. So there are those as well. So that's using up stash. And then some other things that I've made using up stash. Among other things, these over the top of the page paper clips. And not only am I using up papers, but I'm using up some old file folders that I found down in my basement when I've been working. And what I did was, these are like little notepads where you can just pull those off if you want, and then I can replace them with more. So I've made those, and when I say over the top, let's just pretend that this is a page in your journal. Oopsie, there we go. And it just goes right over the top. Now, what I also use them for is bookmarks when I'm reading. And then I have this handy, and I can take a note about something from my reading. So I had the fox, the owl, the deer, and then this one that's just sort of generic, a little botanical, if you will, okay? So, I've been using up my papers there, and that's not all, because I have also been using my die cut to help use up papers like these and to make leaves. And in fact, I got a new die cut. It's an embossing cut. And so these are some of my jelly printed papers that have been hanging out in a drawer downstairs forever. Okay, and this was a piece of scrapbook paper I probably wouldn't have used otherwise, but hey. So you see, I have been using up papers. And again, more jelly prints, another piece of paper that I probably wouldn't have used. Isn't that pretty? The jelly prints, oh, they are a lot of fun to make leaves out of because of the coloration. So you get the idea of what I have been doing. This also, I'm going to be making a fall journal, and I have a woodlands journal going, so there are lots of goodies to go in it because of making these. Isn't that yummy? I did find that the papers that are handmade papers that have a lot of fibers in them don't do well when you're trying to die cut leaves. Like that's kind of looking like a blob. And then I did some more using my jelly prints, just trying to get a variety of things going. And so there you have it. Now, I didn't stop there. Another part of Didi Faraga's challenge had to do with making dangles and clusters, and I really didn't have a lot of cloth, which is what most people were using. So indeed, I used up papers that I had. This is leather under here, this dark. This was a really gold textured piece of paper and made beautiful leaves. And then under here, this is some more handmade paper. This is actually wallpaper that I had, and this is actually burlap paper. So yeah, using up some paper there. And I'll just show you again. Here's some more. And again, they are using up paper and leather and scraps and things I have at home. So these little, they are dangles. They have the little bulb pins at the end, and they can be hung. Well, and then I also have these little tags. These involve paper and cloth. And so, yep, there's stencils on the back, but you can write on them. And those are using up both cloth and paper that I have at home. So yes, I have been, aren't these just cute little pockets? Just love them. And again, these are ideas from Didi Farago, basically. So, wait, what's under here? Oh yeah, some more. And these are a combo of both again. And this involves even metal and wood pieces that I have. So, let's take a look. Oopsie, there we go. There's that. These are cloth clusters. I'm just going to go ahead and just show those to you while I'm in here. Then I can put this basket away. But yeah, so I am using up my stash of stuff. And it's been kind of fun. Look at all the different layers. Just little pieces of cloth and lace and trim and paper. Just using it all up. Okay, so I have been, oh, and then the buttons. So I have been busy. Now here's some more like dangles. Oh, look, and even there's a doily. Just little goodies, huh? And these are really cool. This is the pod from an honesty plant, or sometimes they're called silver dollars, dollar plants, money plants. And so I glossy accented it. Now this one I had also sprayed with Glimmer or Shimmer Mist. First it was kind of a peach color, and then I glossy accented it. So that's kind of fun. And here we go. And boom, done with those. Now I will go ahead and show you while I'm at it. This is another type of specimen tag, and this one is really special. I went through a book downstairs in my basement. I was looking for a book to use to take out the guts and to use for a project I was working on, actually for my woodland journal, and couldn't find anything except for this book that was the works of Plato. And I thought, well, it's kind of fallen apart a little bit, so I think I'll use that. Pulled out all of the book pages, and lo and behold, on the book cover was my grandmother's name and the date, 1937. And I thought, oh, so cool. Thumbed through the book, and I found 3 or 4 leaves that had been pressed between the pages. Now, I don't know that she put them in there in 1937, but that's when her name appeared on the book, so that's the year I put. So that's why this is Bess's Leaf, 1937. And I have a few more that I'm going to be making because there were more cards than that, or more leaves than that. And I was also going to show you how these are the leftovers, you know, once I punch out the leaves, and these can actually be used in making cards or other goodies. They're pretty cool, and you can put something else behind them. Okay, so that is that. And one last thing while I am showing you things, also to use up scraps, and this again is cloth, are snippet rolls. And this is about 16 inches long. Whoops, goes this way. This one goes up and down. I can use these as belly bands, or even bookmarks, or cut them up for clusters in my journals as I make them. Now, I will be adding some words that I will have stamped on some cloth and perhaps other things, but for right now, this is where they're at. And then here's this one, and this one goes this way. So this has more of the browns and golds with a little splash of green. And this one is the other way around, mostly greens with a splash of brown. So those are some of the things that I've been keeping busy with this month. So, am I using up stash? Most definitely. Am I revisiting supplies and energizing them? Yes. Am I minimizing spending? Not so much so. I bought some expensive drawers in my craft closet. I've picked up a couple of dies, so I'm going to have to say no. But I'm going to give myself about half on this one, because I have been doing things. And racks, yes, I have been doing some racks. And I have another one that I'm working on right now. This is going to be an altered file folder. And it's not put together all the way yet, but this is going to be the cover of the altered file folder. This is loose on here. This is going to be a pocket, and there'll be more things added. But right now, that's all I have. I'll show you the inside. And then here's the one side of the folder. Here's the next. Actually, this has some envelopes inside already. These are beautiful papers. And these are from Antique Papery, in case you're wondering. And so it has all these pockets that can be filled. And then here's the back. Pretty, pretty colors. And this is actually some of that wax paper that's been dyed with alcohol inks. Really pretty, vibrant colors. So, there is that. So, yes and yes on here. Educate. Minimum of 3 classes or online courses to stay fresh and synergized. Well, I still have a drawing class that I'm working on, and I signed up for Wanderlust for 2021 because who knows with the current health situation whether or not we'll be able to go anywhere. And right now I periodically get to go down and visit my friend Lori and craft with her. However, we just don't know how long that will continue. So, yes, I am doing that as well. Do a swap, at least one this year. Well, I think I told you last month I did a tag swap. And I also did a one-on-one swap that went out this month. This month, and it was an apron with a recipe, a little scrapbook apron that you make with a recipe, and then some painty papers, and then also I have signed up for yet another swap, and this would involve creating a journal cover and a cluster to send off to someone. So I'll be completing that one, finishing that one up this month. So that is some of what I am working on. Now, I will say that in terms of gratitude, which is the word of the month, that I would have to say, of course, I probably feel the most grateful for the fact that I have my health and I am safe, and my family and friends have their health and are safe. Very lucky in that respect. So that is what I am most grateful for. But I'm also very lucky because I am free and I have the right to vote, which I of course did do. And I feel very lucky to be where I am and how I am feeling today, because I know there are others who are not so very lucky. So I hope that looking at the little goodies that I have made inspires you and helps you to feel like getting out there and making something and creating something. And please stay safe. Bye.